Good evening, wonderful people. It is Tuesday, August 12th, 2025. We are in the land of the living, and I'm super, super excited about that. God had a plan, and I'm glad that you are part of it. Do me a favor, let people know that we are live right now. We are live on Sunshine Camila's Facebook page. We are live on the YouTube channel, which is the name of the show. Keeping It Real Conversations with Sunshine. Please like, share, and subscribe. We are live on Instagram for the first time. So I'm super excited about that. And tonight, as always, I believe in 6 degrees of separation. You're literally one person away, one advice away, one help away from where you need to be in your destiny. Proven over and over again since I started this show in 2020. And always, I have some of the dopest guests on this side of heaven. And tonight is no different than any other night. My guest is family. Literally family. We have known each other for a very, very long time. We are all in the industry. Some way, some form, some fashion. And we're going to get into the conversation with this. I labeled this this conversation tonight. He is the producer of all the producers. He's going to be humble about it. But he is him. I'm going to say that. I'm going to get into his bio real quick. Let me go on here real quick. I don't know where it went. However, I don't know where it went. So, Marcus Devine, hailing from Detroit, Michigan, rising star in the world of R&B music with his soulful vocals, dynamic stage presence, and unwavering commitment to his craft. He is poised to redefine the genre for a new generation. Drawing inspiration from his hometown's rich musical legacy, Marcus Devine brings a fresh perspective and a distinctive voice to the world as we know as the stage. Marcus Devine, again, the producer of the producers. So, family, village, you know what to do wherever you are. You could be shopping, you could be in your home, wherever you are. I need you to stand up and raise your arms all the way up to the sky. Get ready to say what I need you to say. If you are in your car, I need you to safely pull over, roll down the windows, turn down the music, and if you feel like it, I need you to get out, stand up, and raise your arms to the sky. And I need you to scream to the top of your lungs, welcome Marcus Devine to the show! You felt welcome?
Huh?
Did you feel welcome, sir?
I feel welcome. I just don't want nobody to get in no accident, so I'm glad you added that.
I had to pull over.
Pull over safely. Yeah, I heard that part. That's what I'm glad.
Pull over safely. Pull over safely. So, we're going to get into it because Mr. Devine always busy. He got other stuff he got on the plate right now. And I'm so blessed that he took time out of what he was doing to come speak to the village tonight. You guys, I hope you guys are ready. So, I want to say it might have been 2015-16 when we met. Mm-hmm. He was on stage with the one and only 112. Yeah. Backing them up musically. And I met some other people that we will say later. But however, I was at the time writing for a magazine, and I got to go backstage and take pictures and get information from him. And from that point on, we have been family. And now I'm gonna tell it this part on my end. So with Marcus being a producer, At the time, I was doing music, I was doing spoken word and all this stuff. One day I called him. I said, "Sir, what you doing?" "Oh, nothing. I'm just chilling in the room." What's up? I said, "I got some stuff I want you to listen to, and I want you to tell me your honest opinion about what I'm sending you." I was so nervous, y'all. I was so nervous because he is him, and I'm like, okay. So I send him a few of my poems and a few of music that I was working on, and he said, "What you waiting on?" I said, "What you mean?" He's like, "This is dope. What you waiting on?" Well, and I gave all these excuses of why I wouldn't get out at the time. And every time I see him, he's always asking a question, "What you waiting on?" So tonight, um, uh, I'm here to say that I am definitely working on the EP. It's gonna be a little bit different. Mm-hmm. Um, and I think this is the season for it. I really do. Before I didn't know what I wanted to say, or I was so worried about the church folks because at the time it was real raunchy. Then
Yeah.
very raunchy. And it was going through a divorce at the time, if I'm not mistaken. So it was a lot of painful music that I was putting out. Emotional, I won't say painful, emotional music that I was putting out. And I wasn't like, I don't know. I ain't ready for the world to see me like that. And Marcus has always been that encourager. Like, listen, this music is not about you. It's about somebody else. So again, his message has not changed. And he is here tonight with us, and I'm super, super excited for Marcus to be here. First question, let's get into that. How did your upbringing shape you to be who you are today?
Um, the discipline that was instilled in me when I was little by actually my mother and my father, but musically by my mother, and just as a man, my father. My father was in the service; he was in the Air Force, so there was a certain way everything had to be done. You know what I mean? Very no nonsense type of person. I remember one time I got a D in school in the seventh grade. And my father literally put me on a punishment for 30 days. Like he said, you're on a punishment for a month. And I'm thinking like, he gonna give up in about a week, 2 weeks. Literally the first day of the next month. So the 32nd day, he said,
Right.
"Oh, you Marcus, you can go outside today." I'm like, this nigga actually put me on the punishment for a month. So that taught me, even though it taught me to do better in school, but it taught me how disciplined he was. When he said something, he meant it and he stuck to it. Like, you know what I mean? But my mother, I wanted to play basketball. I thought I was gonna be a basketball player, not a music producer. That wasn't nowhere near on my mind. I thought I was going to play basketball, but my mother used to make me come inside every day and sing with me, my brother, and my sister. No matter, I could have a backyard full of friends playing basketball, and she'll call me in, and I have to miss some games so I could sing. At the
Mm-hmm.
time, I thought it was cruel, but it ended up making me be who I am because I can hear anybody can start up a song, and I know what note I'm supposed to go to, all because of her. So that's how my upbringing, by always having music in my life. So
I'm gonna get into this question later, but do you feel like music saved your life?
mm-mm. I wasn't
Really?
never, I wasn't never about to lose it.
Ooh, you better speak, sir.
Yeah, no, I don't have that story. Music saved my life. I'll be wondering like, what were you doing? You know what I'm trying to say? Like, nah, I wasn't never about to lose it. It was just a decision, really, because I was gonna be great at whatever I did. Because I have to draw too. At first, I wanted to be an artist. Like, so wherever I would have went, I was just gonna give the same thing I give to music. I was gonna give to that thing. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? So I don't think music saved my life. I think it was one of the best decisions I made. I know I'm happy doing music. I love the creation. It's nothing like creation, you know. And I'm not the religious dude at all. But people talk about God, God, God. You're not God if you're not from God if you're not creating something. He's a creator. If that's who, you know, you serve God. So my thing is, I love creating. That's how I get off. The money is the byproduct of me loving to create.
Hmm.
So
So for you, do you when it comes to creating your music, are you going off the music first or are you going off lyrics or you do both?
I don't have no certain way.
You don't? Okay.
Me and you could be on the phone having a conversation, and you'll say something that start a whole song. Vice versa, I could open up my computer and hear a drum sound, pow, and that creates a whole song in my head just
Hmm.
from the sound of the snare, the way it sounds, the decay, how long it lasts, creates a whole song in my head. I just have to put it together, but I hear the song. So I don't have a certain way. It's however I'm inspired at that moment.
Right. That was one of our conversations that we had years ago of how you create or tell me about yourself. What how you feel when you hear this? And I think we came up with something that day, like
Mm-hmm.
just off the whim of channeling and tap into how you feel and what's going on,
Yeah,
what's on your
yeah.
mind, and the words to start coming. For me, it's easier to have the beat already, and then
Mm-hmm.
the words will come. But sometimes it goes the other way around. So, however, as long as you creating blessings,
But
um,
let me say this before you go to the next thing. For me, you because you keep going back to when we first started talking and talking about the creation side. We never really got into the music side. To me, you were dope because you knew how to manipulate words. Your word game was what had me like, she dope. Like, you know what I mean? Because you would call me, like you said, I could be out of town. You'd be like, yo, I'm about to sing you something. Listen to it. Like, you know what I mean? And I'm like, because my mind, I can't say it doesn't work like that. I don't channel that thing. Like, you
mhm,
know what I mean? To now, if I'm writing a song, yeah, but just how you'll sit there and look at the wall and be like, the beauty and the canvas of the wall, like, and just and come up with something. That's not me. Like, you know what I mean? So we never really got into music. I just kept looking forward to the poetry. Like you say, it was raunchy, but it was from, like you say, it was from a real place that is almost a prison because you can't even really share it with everybody. You know
no,
what I mean? So
yeah, especially back then, definitely not. It
yeah,
was one of those, yeah, you about to get kicked out the church if they heard you saying that. And but it was a real thing at the time of channeling how my heart was broken.
mm-hmm.
And it was, man, do you realize who I am? Why would you do this to me? That, different things of that nature. I had one, I think I had wrote that by now. I was talking to my unborn child. Um and everybody who knows me know I want children. And so it was that conversation that I was having with the moment that, hey, congratulations, you're about to have a baby, and how I was talking to my child about how I've been longing for him or her for years, and to get to see them or be their mother was definitely a blessing. So again, those moments when you really don't uh, think too much about it and just let it flow, whatever, just let it, and then you can create it or critique it later.
Right,
But
right, right. But get the thought out.
yep, but get it out. Tell me I remember when story.
You said tell you I remember. I remember
I
when
remember when story. It could be from anywhere.
from anywhere. Um, I remember when you had to use your brain to even get in touch with somebody. I remember when we used to have to remember phone numbers to call auntie or cousin. I think I remember a time that we exercised our mind, and our smartphones have made us dumb. I think you know what I mean. So I remember that time.
Oh yeah, we did. I still remember my phone number when I was a kid.
I do
We
too.
had we had the same number forever and ever and ever.
Yeah,
So yeah, that was very important. Remembering um, phone numbers, your parents' information. Some of these kids don't even know their grandma's name, let alone their birthday or anything like that.
that's crazy.
Yeah, so sad. Um, what is a lesson you learned the hard way?
Wear a condom. What? Now you can't have me on here. I'm gonna keep it 100. That is a lesson I learned the hard way. It changed the trajectory of my life at 18 years old, 19 years old. You know what I mean? It put me in 34 years of mess. You know what I mean? As far as my son's mother. You know, back and forth to court, this and that. So that was a lesson I learned the hard way. Just because it's offered to you, you don't have to take it.
Wow, that's a whole message right there.
Yeah. So
That's what anything, not just sex, but
yeah. Well, that was
anything.
my lesson though.
Yes, absolutely. I understand. If you can sit down and have a conversation with someone, deceased or alive, who would it be and why?
Oh man, that's a good one. I've never been asked that question before. I've heard it before, but I've never prepared my mind for that question.
Mhm.
Because there's so many people I would love to talk to. Uh,
Mhm.
hmm, I don't know. Steve Jobs,
Microsoft guy?
Apple.
Apple. Okay.
What haven't you put out yet that you give me the secret to that I could be the one to put it out? That would be my conversation. Because I don't need
I'm
to have I don't
still.
need to talk I don't need to talk to like my father and my grandmother. We all good. I always tell people if you love people the way you're supposed to, you won't keep with. Oh, I wish they were here and bring them back to this mess. So I don't need to talk to them. I'm good with them. But it would be Steve Jobs. Give me the ups on how to become a billionaire.
I'll even with him. I've been like, how did your mind even think
To start in a garage,
and to invest in yourself beyond the naysayers, right? Beyond people who don't understand the vision God gave you. Oh,
and now we
that
can't do nothing without his mind. We're on it right now. I'm on it right. I'm because of him. I'm talking to you right now.
absolutely, absolutely.
So yeah, I never been asked that, but that was a good one. I like that one.
What is something people would be surprised to know about you?
That I'm not an asshole like they think I am.
Somebody thought that.
Oh, a lot of people do. It's just because I'm no nonsense.
Nah, I was just about to say you are definitely no nonsense for
And,
sure.
and my thing, I always tell people, being around me either gonna make you better or gonna make you hate me. You know what I mean? And most of the time, people that don't want to strive to be the best, I get put on the hated side. And literally last week, somebody's like, "Man, you're not like everybody say." Like somebody literally told me that last week. So that would be the thing. People like I'm silly. I love to have fun. I laugh. Like you know what I mean. But it just when I'm talking business or my word is my word. You know.
Absolutely. Now, when I ask, like, you gonna come on? Yes. Like, you don't have to keep asking me. I'm like, you sure? Because, we get super busy sometimes. They're like, no, I got
And I
you.
knew
I'm
and
like,
I knew I had this photo video shoot today, but I'm like I'm gonna take out a minute because you asked. I was gonna take out a minute to get it done.
absolutely. I appreciate it. What makes you different from the rest?
I just am. That's the answer. That is the gist of it. I am. So are you. It's not even nothing you can put into words. You know. I know I could give you a dope long answer. You know, I'm focused. I'm driven. I'm ambitious. I could get. It's just I'm me, and I love me. That's what makes me different. Like I'm not. I'm never going to apologize for thinking I'm great. Greatness is an outfit I love to wear. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people don't. Um, it doesn't make them feel good to hear you. I remember one time this girl heard me say I was great, and she said, "Who told you that?" And I was like, "The fact that you think somebody need to tell me it means we have a problem. There's nobody got. I wake up great. Great. I'm not great because I produced a good song or I could write a nice song. I'm great because I wake up.
Hmm.
You know. So that's what makes me different.
I think people don't really take the time to really reflect on themselves. Like we have this taboo, like you some people think you're arrogant, and it's like, no.
Mm-hmm.
If you only knew my story, right?
Mm-hmm.
If you understood that I didn't have to be here, that again, as we open up the show, that God saw fit that we were here right now. We know several people who didn't wake up today. They
Mm-hmm.
didn't think that that was their last day. However, we're here right now, and it's on purpose. It's intentional. So, um, it's okay
Yeah.
because again, as Mr. Marcus said, that nobody can beat him at being him. And yes, he's great because God made him that way. And
And
it's not being arrogant.
yeah. And I don't like. I don't even like the word arrogant. Arrogant is only used by a person that don't believe in themselves. Because people that believe in themselves doesn't look at another person that believe in themselves and say, "Oh, they're arrogant." It's always labeled by the one that don't believe in themselves. So I don't even like the word arrogance. You know. So
And let I'm a boast. I'm not gonna boast. How am I gonna say this? Because I said that you are the producer, you are the producer's producer, right?
mm-hmm.
There's plenty of people who are in the industry who are do well at what they do.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I noticed because I've seen you and I know you, um, you have been around some of everybody. And there are some that call you every time because they know what they're going to get when they hire Marcus Devine.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna drop some names for you, right? Miss Ashanti,
Mm-hmm.
Genuine himself,
Mm-hmm.
let alone 112, Q Parker, whichever one you want to do by himself with them, okay. Beth. Oh, for those who don't know who Beth is she is she is her. If you went to Kim's at Aretha not too long ago,
Mm-hmm.
you saw Beth again. This just a few, and he has plenty that he can name if he really wanted to. But his humbleness and his work ethics and all the things, the great things that we want as someone in this, a producer has your career in their hands. They can make or break you,
Yeah.
literally. So when I say he's a producer's producer, he can go in toe to toe with some of the biggest names in the industry, and his name carry weight as well.
Yeah.
So again, when I say this man is busy, he just got off the road, probably about to go back. So if you are friends with him, he always has this thing Look who's at the airport. Whatever.
Right. Guess
I'm
who's in the airport?
like, guess who? Like, so I just tag who. Okay. Where you going? In case he about to be gone. So again, thank you again for
Nah, you want
being here. uh what motivates you to continue to keep going?
um part of the answer is what I said earlier, the creation. Being creative. I think if I stop being creative, I'll die. You know what I mean? That drives me. And I'm talking about it don't even have to be music in some form, whether it's shooting a video, um, programming somebody's show, or it don't have to be producing. It just if I don't be able to create, that's what keeps me going. Because I quit every day. You know what I mean? I'll be like, man, I'm so tired of this, and I find myself driving back to the studio the very next day to start all over again. I've been doing that for the last 20 years. You know what I mean? So um, I know what I do is life changing on so many levels. And something as simple as if you had an idea in your head and you could bring it to me, even if you never put the record out, the fact that your idea becomes tangible and you could drive home listening to something you probably been sitting on for the last 10 years, like, oh my God, I've been wanting to do this record. And we get together and you do it. And it's like, that's life changing. I become a part of your life, whether you want me to or not. Because every time you hear your idea, it's because we hooked up.
Yeah, for sure. Absolutely. Um, what's your advice or tip for the village for tonight?
Trust you, love you, love you first. Um, I know a lot of my advice go from what you've been taught all your life, but I put yourself first before you put anybody first. I don't care. And people, just like on the airplane, please make sure you secure your mask before you help the person next to you, because you're no good to nobody putting yourself last. And I always tell people there is no reward, no, there is no reward in being the sacrificial lamb for people that don't care anyway. You know what I mean? We'll sacrifice ourselves to make sure everybody else is good, and then look for the reward. Reward yourself. Make sure you okay. So if you do sacrifice or give to somebody, whether they give back or not, it doesn't bother you.
Right.
So trust you.
That part. Like it took years to get there. Of we kind hearted. We want to help everybody. We want everybody to win. And you'd be like, but what happened to me? Like, I give. Are you sharing? Do you know about my podcast? Can you do this and do
Right.
that? Be like,
Exactly.
as simple as I see your stuff and I share. It's not that hard. I'm not in competition with nobody. Because again, I am myself. And I don't think nobody can beat me at me being me. So, and then I love the fact that you hear and learn about new human beings and things that you would have never even thought about, or places you didn't think you were able to go. I know
Mm-hmm.
people who go all the time, and it's like, okay, I'm gonna get there because I saw Marcus there. I'm gonna
Right.
get there because I seen Marcus in the room with such and such and such and such. Like, okay, so now it's tangible to me
Yeah.
because I know this person,
And the
and now
trick is, though, and the
yeah,
thing too is, and this is a hard thing that I even talk to people really, really close to me is you have to change your language, because when you change your language, you change the way you think. And the hardest thing is to believe that you're supposed to be there. Because you
mm,
see everybody there. Oh my God, he there. But doubt, I tell everybody, doubt wakes up before everybody. Nobody gets up before doubt. I don't care what you think, what your religious status is, whatever. Nobody wakes up before doubt. So you got to wake up with your mind together. When you open your eyes, you got to get your mind together because doubt is sitting there like, yeah, you didn't deserve that promotion. You know that, right? You know you didn't deserve that Grammy that you won, right? You know it's gonna wake up every day, and we sink right into that thing like maybe I didn't, or maybe I such and such. Oh, they let me in the room. Oh my God, I wonder why they let me in the room. Instead of looking at like, man,
I
they
belong
gonna
here.
benefit from me being in the room. They lucky to have me in the room. See, most people grasp that. See, that's the arrogant. Yeah, well, you stay outside the room because I'm in the room telling you that they supposed to have me in the room. So
Absolutely. That's a different mindset. I just know the vision he showed me. I'm like the pit bull. I ain't gonna let it go until it happened. And then I'm still gonna be waiting on, okay, God, what's next? What's next? No matter how many people on here, how many people support or not, I know with a shadow of a doubt, I'm gonna be where he told me I was gonna be. And I'm like, I tried to tell you, I tried to show you, but
and it's all about stepping out. Just think about it. I didn't know who the hell you were when I met you.
that's
But
true.
we clicked instantly because you, whatever said, I'm going to approach, say what I got to say.
And I sure wasn't scared of you either.
Right. Most, and hold on, most people are. Oh, I didn't want to approach you because I'm like, what? You approach, we talk like, okay. Y'all took some pictures of us. Like, and hell, that's what, how many years ago? Like, you know what I'm
That
saying?
was a
Like,
long time ago.
so it's that you already got that thing in you.
Yeah. And here's the other thing. Because Detroit is so small, um, you play with my cousin, Drew Keys.
Oh, yeah, that's my, man,
And
that's my heart.
so the circle, it was like, okay. And then funny thing, um, when you got married, we like, okay, this circle is just entirely too small. But however, when I see you out, we supporting each other.
Yeah.
Just saw you at SWV, like, hey, I see you. Where you at? I'm right
So
here.
it is.
Like, that's how we are. So I know for a fact that even though I don't see you every day, we don't talk all the time, but when we do talk and when we do have conversations, it is like we just met 10 years ago. Like we just,
Yep.
and I'm so proud of you
Thank you.
of your steadfastness of trying to educate people in the industry. Um, for those who don't know, The Greatest Show, um, he did something different this time around with his music, going independent and taking it out the hands of the industry. So again, he's definitely always keeping an ear out for us, who's in the room, currently in the room, and bringing it back to us. This is what we need. This is the information we need. Um, and again, I am so proud of you, to still be in a place of being relatable as well as approachable. So, um, what is a balanced life for you?
To be at home by 7 o'clock most nights. I ain't in the studio past 7 o'clock. So that keeps my life balanced. Where I used to stay in the studio to 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, thinking like, oh, you gotta grind, you gotta do this. Now I literally treat my music career like a job. You want a song? I go to the studio. You ain't nobody paying me. I'm at home watching TV. You know what I mean? So I had to, and I put in enough years to be able to do that too. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So, because if you notice, I never advertise myself. I never
No.
advertise because I put in so much work. I'm always working with somebody. You know what I mean? And they keep every time they got an idea, they come back to me.
Absolutely.
So
I was just I think I was watching the Isaac Curry show and he mentioned you with one of the Minister songs and I'm like,
Yeah.
even when you're not even looking, somebody will still bring you up into today's, you know what I'm saying? Like, and that was a hit.
My first
So
platinum
again,
song.
say that again.
So that was my first platinum song.
Get out of here.
Yeah.
Wow. And then to be blessed with my friend, your wife, and I advertised for her. No one asked me to. It's because I believe in her art, and
Mm-hmm.
definitely she believes in me. And she'd be like asking the same question, like, "What is you waiting on?"
Mm-hmm.
It's coming, toy. It's coming. But I make sure that people understand, like, when I get my face beat, the one and only. When you want to make a statement, and even in her own story of getting out of her own head in her own way, it's
Mm-hmm.
like, okay, I know people who are out here that eventually had to make their own decision and invest in themselves, no matter if anybody understood. You understand because God gave it to you, and you got to go forth because somebody like me needs you still in 2025, still. So even in these moments, you cherish your relationships, you treat them well, and you just don't never know how the doors will open later.
Right.
Um, One more thing before I get into the church announcements. We almost done, sir.
All right.
Um, Other question: how many instruments do you play?
Um, about about 5, 6, and not a whole bunch of them.
What's your favorite one?
Bass.
See, I would have thought it'd been the keys. Hmm.
People just see me behind the keyboard all the time, but it's something about when I play the bass, I become a whole different person. I love the bass.
Hmm. Are you self-taught?
On everything. Never went to school for anything.
Hmm. I bet they didn't know that.
But I would have to say 7, and I have to switch the favorite. My favorite is vocally. That's my main instrument.
Okay.
But bass would be definitely number 2.
All right. So this is the kicker. You ready? You sure?
That's 10.
All right. What is a song that will get you through every time and you got to sing it?
I don't know. You trying to make me sing your mind. No way. I'm never going to embarrass myself on nobody. I ain't warmed
What?
up.
This is embarrassing. You can
Nothing.
sing with your eyes closed. Get out of here.
Man, I don't play with that. Mm-mm. But the
Okay,
song,
think of the song then.
okay, the song that'll get me through. Mm. I don't know. See, I don't even listen to music like that though. Um, yeah, I don't even listen to music like when I'm going through something and put it on. Um, but if I say a song that could motivate you that I've seen get people through, and will be my song in your will.
In Your Will. Definitely, definitely one for sure. Um,
Hmm?
I'm thinking of, I'm supposed to sing to you now.
You say I ain't hear you say you gonna do what?
I'm supposed to sing to you.
Oh,
Oh, I really love the Lord. I really love the Lord. You don't know what he's done for me.
Mm-hmm.
Gave me the victory.
Mm-hmm.
I love him.
Mm-hmm.
I love him. I really love the Lord. Yay. Go ahead, say something.
I didn't say nothing to what?
I'm just saying.
I clap. What you mean?
Okay, just make a show. Don't mind me. You already know what time it is. All right. So, I know, right? It's so many that I could say again of how important you are to the world, not just the industry, but the world. And from going from the gospel song to an R&B song to you don't stop at any just one genre. Whatever it is at the time, that's what you're producing, that's what you're creating. And I just love that, the confidence that you have, the boldness to do that, because at one point, that what I was writing at the time, that was coming from a pure place,
Mm-hmm.
I was afraid to put it out because I was worried about what others was going to think on how I was feeling, or what I wanted to say at the time. So now it's I'm more than a church girl, and I'm some of everything, and that's the balance for me. Is that it's not just hey, it's just not just all church. I have a balanced life where, I enjoy concerts and I enjoy having fun.
What did that do for your peace to realize that?
It was great because I wasn't worried about nothing.
And mm, if more people realize that they're not just one thing,
Yeah.
they'll find peace. I think everybody throw mental health around like that word is so thrown around. Um, a lot of it is to do with not knowing who you are, and most people don't.
Oh,
You are so many things, and you try to fit in this one thing. Oh, I'm a church kid. I'm a church kid. I'm a church kid. So when I do something or I have this thought, oh, it must be terrible. So you start beating yourself up, and you start creating these guilt things that cover your whole life, and you're not able to deal with yourself because your real self is like, hey, I'm here, and you like, no, nope, that ain't me. That ain't me. That ain't me. And you wonder why you're going crazy instead of saying that is me, and he made me. Whatever I am, he made me. So if you messed up, yes, I'm not saying don't have the mind to do right, but to beat yourself up because you're not what you're supposed to be, he made you.
yeah.
But
Yeah, it took some time. And at the time, it was when we first got together, I was married,
mhm.
and it was a
he
lot
was
of
he was there when we met.
he was there. Yeah.
Yeah, I remember.
And so it was a lot of mental battle And I didn't know that I was losing myself because I was trying to be something that I wasn't.
Oh wow.
And even in that, when it was over, it was like all this bubbling stuff was coming up out of me like, wow, why I didn't have this to say when it was happening. But however, it was this was my therapy. And in part of that, in my therapy session, in my writing, it was like, yeah, y'all ain't ready. Y'all ain't ready to hear what I had to say or what I wanted to do or what I wanted to say. And it was like, you know what?
Well,
I'm going to lock this up. I still have stuff in my phone that I wrote in 2017, 2018, 2019.
well, thank you for trusting me because even though you were in the place of wanting to keep it hidden, you trusted me for whatever reason to even be a to put my ears on it and hear it. So
Yeah. And to the point that now you be like, you hear somebody's um spoken word, you would be like, I wonder if she's still writing. And that
I called.
shows
Remember, I
like,
called you not too long ago.
yes, you just called me not too long
Hey,
ago.
yo, you still writing? I was like, and it was out the blue. I just thought of like, you know what? I ain't even heard from her. Like, you still writing?
I'm still writing. So again, and I'm saying all of this is this was years of a relationship that even in this years later, he's still checking on me to see am I releasing the things that was in my heart, was on my mind. Like what I'm talking about now is like, yeah, you gonna miss me. Yeah, you gonna, it's let me live. It's I'm not just a church girl. I'm more than just that. A lot of people know me for ministry, but then a lot of people know me for me. Just, I'm her. But now it's the whole combine me that I can't separate the two. It's
Her is enough. That's the
yeah,
beauty of it.
yeah. So I'm enjoying this journey. And you guys are gonna hear my journey very soon, in song. And everything else that's gonna come out because I'm not just a singer. I'm not just a songwriter. I'm an actress too. And there's so much more inside of me that I'm allowing God to perfect and come out. So again, when you think you know somebody, do you really? We shall find out. So anyway, now that we had that all out the way, um, is there anything else you want to say before we go into the church announcements?
Do your thing.
It was something else I wanted to bring up. So we do want to tell the people that you do have a Grammy, right? No, yet.
No. And what's funny, don't care. But no, not yet.
Mm,
What, what was that thought?
I just said not yet.
Oh, yeah. No, that's not nothing that I'm chasing.
No, it's not even about chasing it. It's not. Because it's still biased.
Yeah,
There's
I
some
have,
other stuff be
I have Stellas. I have Doves.
um your best song still ain't been wrote yet. That's the part that I love about it. Because long as you still breathing, there's still opportunity to
Yeah.
create. Um, with that being said, what is one of your favorite songs that you've written?
It's a song called Thin Ice. Nobody's ever even heard the record.
Thin Ice. You didn't put it out?
I have so many records that's not put out that
I
people.
listen. Tell me about it.
Huh?
I said, tell me about it. Do I need to go through my phone? Do I need to go through the OneDrive?
Yeah, so it's like that's one of my favorite songs.
Yeah. I think I had the concept of not just only singing on the album, but I do want to do a couple of spoken word, um, because it's one thing to play on your voice, like characters reading
Mm-hmm.
and you becoming one with what you wrote, because nobody can tell it like you can.
Right.
That's why I said, you don't know what he's done for me. He gave me victory when I used to be suicidal, huh? He gave me victory. It wasn't nobody else. And as they say in the alabaster box, you wasn't there the night he came and found me. What? It's different when them words start really speaking to you,
Mm-hmm.
especially in your vulnerable, honest space. You don't know. But I remember seeing you on a video. I think you were in a club. Was you redoing a Tyree song?
For me,
What were you singing? Or was it a genuine song? I can't remember. You were in a club and you were singing, and that was the first time I ever seen you perform. It was years ago.
what I have on Burgundy,
I think so.
that was an Usher song.
Usher.
Yeah, that was a long time ago. That
Yeah.
that was one my birthday. I gave a concert on my birthday.
Keep going, sir. Keep going. Um, Not only are you in a space for your family, but for up and coming artists. You've been around for a long time, and there's so much stuff locked inside of you that needs to come out. That those who really want to learn the business, the ins and outs, the everything, that the good, the bad, and the ugly, is it's time for you to tell. Now I don't know how you're gonna do it. I don't know if you're doing conferences. I don't know if you're writing it out in a book. I don't know if you're doing it in a song. However, you could do all three. I don't know. But it's time for you to tell. Yep.
Okay.
It's time for you to tell. One more question, then I get into the church announcement. Who in the industry is like maybe one of your favorites without getting in trouble to work with?
Oh, ain't nobody gonna get me in trouble. Um, Charlie Wilson.
I think you said that before.
Yeah, ain't nobody. What they gonna say?
Listen, I don't know.
And that's because
Oh,
you asked me for who is one. It's a lot of them, but he's number one. He's at the top.
so I already know you're gonna be in the building for the cookout, right?
If I'm in town,
Yeah, I just looked at them tickets today. Derek Jr. said, up and coming music producer and drummer. What would you say is some things you had to avoid dealing with certain people?
take care of your business and not just because you know them doesn't don't mean you need to trust them. Everybody should be willing to take care of business, whether they're your friend, if it's your girl. I don't give a care if it's your girlfriend you're doing records with. If she don't want to take care of business, don't do records with her. Because at the end of the day, people that don't want to take care of business, they not to be trusted. Because nobody runs from a contract except somebody who don't wants to honor it.
Mm.
So
That was a good question.
that's my little brother.
Yes. And he's doing good too. I love his
Oh, yeah, I'm so proud.
tenacity. And he can play. It could be different if he didn't, but he can play. So we're gonna get ready for the church announcements, and I'm gonna let you go so you can finish doing what you need to do, sir.
Yeah.
I ain't say it. I know better.
All right.
Come on now. I ain't that new to this stuff. All right. In 2022, I was able to write my first single book, The Blueprint that God's Design. It is out on Amazon. Please like, share, get the book, and we can talk about it. In May of 2024, I wrote my second book, Can Prayer Change Things? You're following the life of a pimp and prostitute. Have you ever asked the question, how did they become who they were? What part of the story are you in? Did you help? Did you talk about them? What'd you do? And then ask the question, did prayer change things? Did it? Will it? Can it? Get the book. Is out on Amazon. And I thank you in advance for that. If you want to continue to see this show get to TV land, my goal is to be, I'm not saying like Arsenio Hall or Ellen DeGeneres, but I'm going to be me. Donations are at the Cash App at Sunshine Camila. I thank you in advance for that. This conversation was brought to you by Black Top Streetball Association. As you saw earlier, Wally was in the building from Main Event. And he's doing very well in New Jersey. He just opened up a whole podcasting company in the middle of a mall in New Jersey. So again, follow him, and hopefully we'll get him back on the show soon. If you know adult people who are doing something positive, who have a story to tell, who is promoting themselves, whatever the case may be, I don't care of age, I don't care of your creed, none of that. Inbox me on Facebook, inbox me on IG. You can email me. And you already know I believe in Black businesses. AC's Teas, Facebook AYECEE 313-380-0321. Some of the best turmeric and ginger tea, all natural. You like my fedora hats? Shania Bridgeforth, this is her business. Please support. My baby sister has a whole garden and she's doing very well. And she also raised quail. If you have any questions about that, go on IG, Quail House Homestead, and Yolanda Peoples on Facebook. This one right here, his personal honey. If you like my makeup when I get it done, his boo thing, Toy Wagner Devine, IG_honeychild. Please go support her. I promise you, you will not be disappointed. And if you want to do a fashion statement just with your face, that's what she does. Period. Of course, if you like my hairstyles, my colors, and all that wonderful stuff, my hairstylist, Melly Mel _artist. Not only is she a hairdresser, she also is an actor, singer, songwriter too. So go and support her. My friend Shantae Penny as well. She's a hairdresser, songwriter, singer, all these wonderful things. Again, find you some dope people to hang around with, okay? We hanging with eagles and not pigeons and chickens, okay? And the last but not least, my apostle, Shadonna Anderson of New Beginnings Worship Center, is in the building. So I cannot forget her. She has a boutique as well. Some of my other people from the church are all entrepreneurs. Again, I will be putting that out as well. I thank you again, Mr. Marcus Devine. Everyone that was on tonight, I thank you. I thank you. I thank you. Again, please like, share, subscribe. Let people know that we are here. These people are not for me. They're for you. So take advantage of what you're getting. for free. Okay. So, Marcus, what you got to say, sir?
Thank you for having me, and I enjoyed my as usual.
And we're gonna put on record. We got to do a song together. I'm serious.
Listen,
Now, you want me? You want me to do the music, or you gonna do the music and then I'll write the song? Which one we doing?
we'll see.
Or we'll
We got
figure
to
it
talk
out.
about it. We got to talk about it. See, I don't say it. We got to talk about it.
Yes, sir. So again, thank you for coming through. Again, next Tuesday, I have Mrs. Keisha Twyman will be on here, which is the one and only Darius Twyman's wife, and we have a story to tell on that. Again, I'm just so excited what God is doing. Again, I will be here next Tuesday at 7 p.m. and I will see you then. Again, I believe in 6 degrees of separation. You're literally one person away, one advice away, one help away from where you need to be in your destiny, proven over and over again since I started this show in 2020. And also, I had some of the dopest guests on here on this side of heaven, and tonight was no different. Again, I will see you soon. Peace out.